Greetings, beautiful beings, and welcome to the Breathing Bar. It's Olivia, your bartender today and every day. And today I just want to take a moment just to be in reflection. And I'm going to share this reflection with you all as I'm in my beingness of it. There's so much going on, and we hear that all the time. Because there is so much going on all the time. The question becomes, how do I navigate and stay in the now and stay balanced mentally and emotionally as I perceive what's happening around me? This is truly a free flow right now. My goal has always been peace of mind. How do I achieve that? Ever since I was a little girl, wanting peace of mind because of so many things going on. I had health issues that caused certain situations which had me being bullied throughout my junior high years or middle school years. And then there was a lot of unhealthy things going on. My father was very abusive to my mother, and I was the referee or the go-between in many of those situations. So at a young age, there's a lot of stress, anxiety, and I began to see the world through the pain, the homelessness, the homeless animals, and I didn't understand at that time, there's land here. Why can't we just buy a house and put the children that don't have a home in a house or an animal? I didn't understand why people had to live on the streets. I didn't understand why animals were being discarded. The pain of the human consciousness and how it plays out in many of these unfortunate ways, I didn't understand. I didn't understand the psychosis of the entire government and how there wasn't an equanimity and a balance in how humans and animals were treated. And of course, it's expanded since then to include so many more, the entire earth and all living organisms therein. And so now I look at myself from when I was 9, 10 to now at 58. And it's like, okay, Huvia, has your consciousness shifted and changed? Have you found peace of mind? And the answer is, I have found that before I can find peace of mind, I have to find peace in mind. And peace of mind is a byproduct of having peace in mind. Meaning, when I have peace in myself, in my universe, in my body, and in my relationship with myself, then I'll have peace in my mind, in my ND, because that's a byproduct. I realized as I was trying to find peace of mind, I looked outside of myself and said I have to set up a reality, a situation that will give me peace of mind. In a beautiful rural area, off the grid, and all of these wonderful things that I experienced, and how I experienced much more peace, I'll say, in those environments. Yet, because it wasn't sustainable, that means there was something I was missing. Because peace of mind should be sustainable. If you have it, you have it. Just like if you love. If you love, you love. The frequency is so high, you have pushed through so many of the lower vibrations and belief systems that you've evolved into this equanimous person that can find love and keep love and see love through so many things and so many prisms. So anyway, what came to me about 2 weeks ago is I have to have peace in mind. I talk about universe and that world that lives within us that we're supposed to be governing and we're supposed to be watching over and protecting and working with, not against. And if you aren't in peace within yourself, how can you have peace outside of yourself or in your mind? Because they all work together. Many times when I thought of peace of mind, like I said, I looked external, where peace in mind makes me go internal. And so that's where we are. with everything, going back to what I started with everything happening around us, the only thing we can control is that which we've been given to govern and to watch over and to steward and protect, and that's ourselves. And if everyone could learn how to do that or go within themselves and start there, when I stepped out and met you, I'd be a whole person, a whole consciousness that is aligned with myself. And then you would be a whole consciousness and person aligned with yourself. And then when we held hands and we came together, we'd fuse into two whole beings that would just continue to perpetuate, enhance what we already are and have. And then we find a third, and then we find a fourth. But if we come, and I'm only 80%, and you're only 60%, and he's 90%, we're not going to make one whole. We're going to make parts of a whole, which is still beautiful. But that just means we have to go back in, because we'll never truly be able to anchor and root ourselves as a collective if we can't root ourselves as individuals first. And so that's why I always say that they put the cart before the horse. Out of the womb, they started teaching us the collective belief systems and all of these things, and we weren't able to forge into ourselves and figure that out first. It'd be easier if we could meet ourselves, know ourselves, and then step out maybe at 7, 8, 9 and learn what the collective is all about. Because by then, we'll have a strong anchoring of self. Strong enough anchoring of self that can assess the collective and see what resonates with us and what really is detrimental to us. And many times what we see happening outside of us is very detrimental to us. Yet we have to navigate it. And the best way to do that is just staying in the now. Acceptance of the reality is important. But staying in the now helps you to say, what do I actually have control over? The more you gain control over yourself, and the more you allow yourself to be in the now, the more understanding you would be of what's happening around you. And not that you won't feel the pain that goes with that, but understanding is a very strong anchoring. And it'll allow you to begin to move with the intention of self-preservation in a very healthy way, and an acceptance of it is what it is. And you begin to detach from the external stimuli of the pain and the pull of it all. Because you're so in your moment of creating your peace and balance that in moments you see other people coming in the space seeking their peace and balance. And before you know it, you have a nice collective creating and seeking and wanting their balance. And that brings joy in the midst of everything else. Because I always say there's so many realms of reality you can see when you wake up in the morning. You could hear the beauty of the birds and watch the trees blow and see them flying and see the squirrels and the rabbits running around. Or you can immediately listen to the news and find all the atrocities going on around us. When you're walking down the street and see something unpleasant or something painful, sending love, sending support in that direction, yet continuing to stay focused to your moment, knowing that it was there for a reason. Maybe it needed your blessing, and maybe it needed your energy, your love, your concern. Maybe the whole accident that you saw was a space for you to just, for a moment, give some of yourself in that moment. And that frequency and that vibration of concern and love was what was needed for one of those people. You never know people's journeys, their karma, and why they experience what they do. All you have control over is how you respond in those moments. without judgment, working to move out of judgment and coming with compassion and understanding and just support. So anyway, beautiful beings, I wanted to come in as we end out this winter solstice season. I've been quiet for about a couple weeks, working through, and I'm always working through. But I do believe in the collective. I do believe that the natural world is waiting for us to realign. And I know that many of us are ready to realign, and it takes going within. We have to stay within our own power, within our own control, and that's ourselves. Digging deeper, going deeper. Because the stronger you get within, the more you understand and see so many different realms within this one world. I can go down the street and see 5 different worlds in one space. And you choose which one you want to be a part of at that moment. Even if those around you are participating in one, you can say, well, I'm going to participate with this one over here, where I watch this little ant make its way across the sidewalk with this little branch. If you understand what I'm saying, we get to choose what we see and experience at any given moment. So this is how we're going to close out this winter solstice. And this season, there's a lot coming, and I'm going to engage in a more visual way with more content that is truly around gaining control of your universe and having peace in mind in order to achieve peace of mind. So I love you with all the understanding I have around the selflessness of love, the non-judgment of love, and the balance that comes with love. And the more I love myself, the more I'm able to resonate that out to each of you. And whatever frequencies and vibrations that my words bring in your space, I hope it is healing and I hope it is healthy. If not, please cease to listen in all honesty, because then it doesn't resonate with you. But if it does, I appreciate and thank you, because just watching the different places where you all tune in has given me a connection that I never had in those places. And I am thankful and grateful for the connect. Much love. This is Ahuvia signing off. Have a beautiful day, beautiful beings, and we'll speak this spring. Much love.